counter-engage kind of, you know, and providing space for your team.
Crescent Guard is super strong against Samira, Nautilus, Ahri, and even against Wukong, because if you have one player try to follow up on the Call of the Forge God engage, say Zeus ults, Owner's like, all right, during the slow, I'm following up on Cyclone.
Here we go, on to the Rift for game number 1.
And it's just kind of cool to see everything goes full circle here, as we will see potentially a level 2 gank.
Now just gonna taxi to the ranged minions, and Owner actually takes more damage than Showmaker did. Not a big deal, but
as, yeah, we don't see it all too often. Only 11 games.
Wait, so who's the loss?
Self and Zeus laning very well here so far. I think T1 are in a position to really showcase.
Zeus baited into this one excellently. Nuguri is incredibly low though, but it does not matter. Canyon is in here. There's no flash for Zeus. He is going to charge away just to get meleeed from range, as Canyon will take him down. That's first blood going to Canyon. Bottom lane up against Gen.G playing Yasuo Sejuani.
That's right.
And that game was just, oh man. That was an actual steamroller. Not even a steamboat. Like, that was probably the most one-sided game we've had all season.
Damwon, they have the composition that wants the game to be slowed down. So while this Rift Herald will give temporary gold to T1, I mean, they'll have it forever, but the advantages they'll gain from this plate crash is very temporary, unless they could dive Showmaker, which doesn't seem likely here. He's got backup. The Mountain Soul gives you those resistances forever. Percentage.
What do we have on the docket today? Oh, I gotta face it, Sejuani. Okay. Just another day of farming.
Just another pig in the top lane, all right.
Yep. And that is pretty much what's happening, because they're trading, but it's not mattering.
I think it's advised, considering the pick potential, is we're going to hold our thoughts.
Uh-oh, we have a gaming moment as everybody is getting into this bottom side. Duckdom just gets the hell out of there. Charm is big, but again, it's Xin Zhao. Owner is ticking down. He's going to be the first one to go down in this fight, as the Samira does go X rank, and finally, the Inferno Trigger doesn't do enough. Are you kidding me? Everybody on the side of DK will live. It's a last-second heal, and then it's a last-second auto shield for the Yuumi. Not to mention how much damage the Crescent Guard tanks here.
Take it.
Yeah, look at this heal, and then auto and shield. So that's what keeps him alive. And even Canyon's like, ooh, nice. But
this is a huge swing of gold Damwon Kia should not have, and they do.
Yeah, okay, 1,000 gold ahead. It looks like not really in position here, or Damwon, to challenge this Drake, but they're still potentially going to go for it. Final chapter once again. Guma's going to block some of that as they try to get on Showmaker, but he's going to live just barely again. How did they keep getting away with this? The Yuumi's insane, but T1 are still fighting on the front line, and the eventual Inferno Trigger comes in, and it is enough, as Faker will look for more. One more auto will do it. He's just going to boop him, as that will do it. 4 kills, even with Showmaker getting hounded and surviving.
Yeah, you said they get away with it. Showmaker got away with it until he didn't restrain it in a fight like this.
Yeah, so T1 now off the backs of that big win. They're going to... Okay, Canyon's over the wall here, so I suppose Damwon Kia wants another fight. Canyon does not have flash, not yet. About 2 seconds, 5 seconds-ish. As Damwon, they want another fight.
Yeah, I just don't think they should.
They will not go down without one, as in comes Faker once again. Not quite able to land that charm. As the Ornhorn now for the follow-up. A little bit late, not really going to get anything. And I mean, kind of trying to clear the wave, I suppose. Everybody's just backing away.
And, I mean, T1, I think they were looking at this. Canyon's over the wall, still has ultimate, still has flash. We're not going to commit onto him. They know that Damwon Kia have multiple angles of attack there.
Okay, Crescent Guard is available, plus flash for Canyon. As he's just going to Crescent Guard and then flash away. Now he's got a Yuumi on his back. Nice little play once again from Keria. He sees enemy, and he's pressing all his buttons on that guy.
Absolutely the right call. More money for T1 means more problems.
Yeah, certainly, yeah. It's weird the way that works.
More money, more problems. That's an old one.
And now, yeah, you probably... all the kids in the chat are like, what is he talking about? I have no idea.
I'd love to hear it.
That would, I mean, that would be...
Maybe in 10 years.
We'll see. You need to have big pockets. That's all I would say for him, but it would be worth it. Yeah, I think it's a good idea, especially because he has stopwatch, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Ari is kind of a champ that, you can build into so many different things. You can go for more heavy damage, but it's kind of like a win more. If he gets a big fight and he survives in the next one, then he's just going to be insane. And they just, things just happen a little bit too quickly to them before they could react. This teleport, speaking of which, is coming in. Don't you guys see this? Do they not see it as, okay? Seems like they're totally fine with it, actually, as nobody else on the side of T1 does commit to the fight. Nuguri was here already, so the teleport doesn't get much except saving the turret.
Around this Baron buff that eventually will be a viable option for them to take.
Yeah, it's really what you got to do, especially because the way the game is played here, at least in the LCK, is not really around side lanes. Try to group up and look for plays just like this. Canyon gets out of position, goes into the Crescent Guard, immediately taken down by the... Oh man, S-Rank as well popped here, but Dom coming on in, pops the Ghost as well as, okay. Well, goes very far away from the fight immediately after.
He realized he was still sitting on a Phantom Dancer and didn't have Infinite. And so Faker with no flank angle here, I mean, T1 might just try to push mid instead and force Damwon Kia to react.
Yeah, still some time here.
Nuguri.
The Damwon are in good position at the moment, as they are going to get on top of this Nautilus, but immediately followed up with a knock-up, and that is going to be huge. They get the Nautilus, but what do they lose? The answer is everything. As Dom goes in, he's going to be taken out eventually as well. Faker will net himself that kill, and yeah, that's why you generally don't want to go all in onto the tank support. That's going to be another Infernal Drake here for T1.
Yeah, I mean, he's got his mythic. All the item spikes are hit. 16 sacks of Soul Stealer, and
yeah, Faker got a bunch of stacks, like you just said, and he's up to 506 AP already. I mean, we're only 26 minutes into the game. It's, with the build he has gone for, he is just an AP dominator. As okay, bunch of damage onto this one. They're just gonna go ahead and flip it as in goes Canyon. He's not going to get the smite though, as the wall comes up, and now Canyon is left to the Wolves. As down he will go. Dom not really in a position here to do anything, as everybody else on the side of T1 is just away from them. And that is a Baron take pretty clean from the side of T1. They didn't necessarily have to, let Canyon get it.
As, I mean, this is just an incredible siege now. Baron buffs up, 2.5 minutes. They could just walk it down. If they get any kills here, it's donezo. As Dom still doesn't have Infinity Edge, has no poke damage back. Couldn't catch up. Got map control ripped away from them. And the next...
2 autos off only, but, I mean, especially with Crown, like, you're just not given any time to scale. It's just not going to happen. As there you go, once again, the front line of Damwon Kia, like all of the stuff we talked about in the draft, it just doesn't matter because you're so far behind. As T1 will push in with this Baron. They'll take down 2. Faker's going to miss the charm, but that is totally fine. He will not go down. The inhibitor looking to be taken out as well, as Dom is kind of like an annoying bee that's flying around your head, but other than that, it's not really doing anything.
Is a bee a fruit fly, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going in, right with everybody else. There's none of this, dilly-dallying around. As Faker, yeah, he's really fed. He's insanely fed.
What's a tank?
He doesn't need magic penetration, but I think he does have Void Snap now online as well. So,
yeah. Faker's like, hold on, I will kill the Drake and Singe one at the same time.
The dead Piggy. Piggy is dead, so is the Xinjiao, and that's going to be everybody as Dom. He's having a little bit of fun. Down he will go as well. That is going to be another kill into the pockets of Guma.
The super minions are also having a good time up here, completely uncontested.
Yeah.
One last Yumi ult.
Nice little try there from Carry. It's not going to amount to anything, as you know that T1 love to go for their dives into the fountain, but that's going to do it for game number 1. A Omega Stomp here in game number 1.
We're like 7,000 gold ahead or anything, but compositionally, there's just no coming back from that type of point. You cannot force fights into T1's draft, or you will face a game that looks like this and a gold graph that looks like that.
Yeah.
I like the Gragas a lot more because now you have a well-rounded team fighting comp that both protect and attack.
Whoa.
I overall...
Okay, here we go. Into the game. Game number 2.
Could have been cleaner.
Carrier
about-
didn't get POG.
There you go. Okay,
That's just the Valdez angle, though.
Aggressive trade here.
Showmaker's angry.
Yeah,
But it's not going to help him.
he did AD tank meta in the top side of the map, so I was really excited when Gragas made a return for a little bit, even though the win rate was bad. And I was kind of happy as okay.
That's rough. I think
someone
got 22 gold on that, too.
Yeah, someone show the first strike value, please. Someone click on that rune. It's been pretty
Here for the
insane.
side of T1.
Yeah, and for Damwon Kia, cross map is clearing Drake vision and trying to take blue buff.
And face checking a brush. That is a dead Showmaker. And by the
look
way,
at
a lot of stacks here taken for Guma. We'll see exactly how much gold he has in a bit.
Yeah, I didn't actually see how much he picked up there, but he will pick up also the first blood gold on top of that, and some plates here, and the whole damn turret to boot. And you know that meme with the guy with the hands and the trade? I will receive.
Yeah.
You will receive 1 blue buff. I will receive adoration stacks, plates, and a first turret blood. And an extra crash as well. We'll throw that one in if you call in the next 20 minutes.
As Mythic, not quite, but, you know, just early Dirk into Shield Bow into probably Collector. Here's Nuggery in a rough spot. He's looking pretty dead as well. As are the chances right now for Damwon Kia. Not looking very good. Owner is going to collect the kill once again here in game 2.
Yeah, it's looking like the chances of Damwon Kia making a deep run based on this series alone, not so high.
Well, maybe just a dead Draven as they'll give the kill to Duck Dom here.
Okay, well. Hey, it was a party bush. Somebody cracked the party poppers. They went on Guma. He had flash and cleanse, but didn't use either because he knew he was doomed.
It's like, nah, you're not worth it.
I mean, the thing is, he could just deny it back again. Owner's coming over. They are actually teleporting defensively here. That's the amount of pressure that Zeus has with basically no mana. Like, you have to back, I have to catch this wave. Canyon's here, though.
Okay, we'll see if this amounts to anything. Zeus does have flash, so he just flashes to his team that was doing Rift Herald. And by the way,
still has Cask.
An entire giant wave is going into Damwon's bottom turret right now. They're losing all of that farm due to the teleport up to the top side here. So T1 managed the wave well, and now they're in position for this. The Cask is a party Cask. Everybody on the side of T1 is drinking well tonight as in comes the dredge line and the engage here. As we have Warren on the bottom side, you see Nuggery is trying his best to get something done here and provide a front line, but it's not amounting to too much. As the Rift Herald was taken by Owner, and nobody goes down, but it's still a win here for T1.
I was the way of the future, the way of 12-14, the way of the present. Isaiah still has Cask here. There is a second tanky Rift Herald coming down. I don't know if Nuggery gets out of this one alive.
Not looking good for him. He's going to try to walk it out. Doubt he flashes here because he just gets caught up, and they're just going to feed it to the Draven, who, you know, Guma didn't need that gold, but it feels really good for him. As, okay, we're trying to get on top of an Ahri right now. Duck Dom can barely even auto once. Baker's like, are you guys serious right
He
now?
has stopwatch, and he's 2 levels up. So I don't know about this one.
This is a 1v3 at the end of all things. Silas eventually will come down, and actually they are able to feed that kill over to Duck
Yeah,
Dom.
but the base is opening up. You know, it's 4 members of T1 getting an inhibitor turret bottom side. So much time is wasted. He will get some bounty gold for it. It does appear. But that's T1 right now. Faker just did his job.
Oh, how about another kill for the Draven? Looking pretty good as Owner takes it away. So much time there from the side of Dom1. Now, you know, Duck Dom does have 2 kills, but it's just not really going to matter in this game as he is going to be absolutely pummeled. As in goes Carrier for the flash and hook once again. And this time we have a huge front line here for the side of T1. They are just dominating this fight. It is so one-sided. Canyon is able to get 1 kill, but that is a tiny consolation prize compared to what T1 have been able to garner in this game. Nuggery is caught out as well, and that will be Guma picking up yet another kill in this one. A full ace to T1. Not a threat. T1. They don't have anything else. That's why I was mentioning the 2 kills. They had the 2 kills on the Zeri. That's it. It was a minuscule, tiny little hope for the side of Damwon Kia,
And
even that now was pretty much snuffed out.
he's a whole level or a whole weapon behind, a whole item behind.
I like that, a whole weapon.
He's a whole weapon behind with his zappy zap shooty shoot fingers.
Yeah.
Draven has an axe, therefore he's one weapon behind. Draven's got multiple axes as
He's basically axe copping this one.
wait until Pretzelhead shows up later. I don't think even Unibaby could save Damwon Kia here.
No,
And,
I don't think so.
look, I think that when you see the composition of Damwon Kia in a game state like this and how far behind they are, it makes it look like their draft is bad. I think it was a weaker...
Basically just running at them right now. And Owner and Zeus showing a little bit of restraint, you know, they don't want to get too out of hand, but there is Infernal Soul at the moment. That's a nice Everfrost from Showmaker and a fantastic Ornhorn, but there's no follow-up here from the side of DK as nice step charge, though, is going to deny it for just a bit. Zeus now getting isolated, and all of a sudden, I mean, bit by bit, the pieces are falling. How is this happening? Zeus just left out to dry as T1 essentially say, we're not in a good enough position to fight this.
Yeah, if Duckdom gets this much time in a fight, there is the value in the Phantom Dancer.
How is this happening?
And Damwon Kia are going to group up now and stop the Soul. And we basically just watched a miracle happen, so I hope you guys weren't hoping for anything, you know, in your
I'm a believer
lives.
now. Like, I don't know what is happening.
Teleport coming through from Faker. He's got an angle here.
Okay, Carria, he's throwing out emotes. He's looking cool, but he's not going to look cool when he's dead. Now Faker, you know, he's got this angle, but the problem is finding value. In goes Owner. He's not going to get it. Orn gets it, of all people, as Faker does an insane amount of damage on the backside, and maybe T1 just clean up anyway, as eventually they will. It wasn't clean, but they did eventually take the fight here, as the cask is going to be good, and another kill will go into the hands of Guma, as now they can just run at the Baron.
And that
11,000 gold the difference now. I think this surely is unlosable, right? Like, they have Baron as well.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it would take Zeus jumping forward again and dying. I mean, even that I think wouldn't. I think Damwon Kia would not necessarily be able to win the 5v4 fight if T1 are all full health. Zeus is very tanky and difficult to kill. Party Caskin, bringing me back. I think T1 have had some fun this game with the lead they have.
Agree once again. He is really tanky, even with the 2 items. Actually, it's not quite enough damage. No Magias for Faker in this game, but he does have a death cap, so should be pretty nice. But still, it is going to be T1 just pushing in as a team for this bottom inhibitor. It doesn't look like DK want to fight over this one. Although, a little bit of a follow-up there.
Bit of a slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, abduct abscond scenario, and Showmaker steals a cask, and there's a trap. But Zeus has his choke controlled.
Yeah, they're trying to fight here, actually, our Damwon. They're moving up as 5 away from the base. And it looks like they want to go for picks, actually. Not sure if that's the play when your Zeri is, you know, staring down at this Infinity Edge, but they really do not want to give away this Infernal Soul.
I mean, it's certain doom if they do, but...
Are they stuck between a rock and a hard place, Wolf?
Yeah, they are, Valdez!
Oh, no!
Okay, one last chance for Damwon Kia to extend this game.
Well, they're not going to get the Drake, that's for sure, as the Ornhorn, not quite as good as other times, as Ingo's Owner, and the massive whirling death is just going to tear through them, but they get onto the back line. They're going to take out Guma. They actually do get that one pick as Duckdom now with an ultimate here.
Zeri interstage left.
Yeah, I mean, it's 80 carry that's fed against 80 carry that's dead. As now Duckdom is trying to kite it out, but Owner is just incredibly strong. As you can begin to see the power of the Zeri, it's slowly coming online, but...
Nice, too little.
Oh, I gotta... Okay, he's gonna zap him. Flashes in, he's gonna kill him! He's gonna kill Faker! Duckdom is going to live! And the TP does not work. Not in this one.
All right.
That should be IE.
Should be much to aim it. That ward to the left of the Scuttle Crab is actually going to be his eyes as he rotates over here. But the question is, will he be here in time? Because T1 I mean, they do a lot of damage at this stage.
Yeah, the Barons should be 100% T1s, but Damakia, they say, we've got a Zeri, we've got a Dream. Do they have the tools to get into this one? Depth charge on the Duck Dummy has to get away. The damage is not there from the Zeri for the entirety of this fight, and that should be enough. Carry is going to put an end to that one as Faker going to miss the charm here. He's on the run, but he's got his Zhonya's. And that should be enough. The barrel comes in, and he gets booped on the head with a big belly, and that will do it. Look so far ahead, and they will eventually end this game.
Yeah, Duck Dom said it was definitely not my fault that we lost this game. Let's just say, I'm over here trying to 1v9.
It's true.
I did what I could. I'm Zeri. I got 4 items, man. I mean, there's so much CC in this comp. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
T1 with their return to form tonight here at the end of regular season. After some shaky series against Nongshim, a loss to Live Sandbox, they come back in a big way here against old rivals Damwon Kia. It was not close.
Oh, man.
Well,
Duck Dom, the most damage in the game.
yeah.
It was a Zeri that hit 4 items, and the game did extend a little bit longer than it was supposed to.
I just really hope nobody is pointing fingers at Duck Dom this game. He had it.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for T1's post-game interview. Congratulations. It was a very clean 2-0 win. To wrap up the summer split, Zeus, how do you feel? Well, I think it's been very long since we had a clean victory, so it feels great. So right now, the current top lane meta is more about the tanks, not the carry picks. So what are your thoughts on the current top lane meta? As a top laner, well, it's not as fun, you know? It's way less interesting and exciting. So I'm just feeling so bummed about the current meta. Especially my kind of philosophy as a professional player. I want to become a great player regardless of the meta. Then how does this current meta kind of connect with you right now? So when I play tanks, I try to listen to what my teammates want, and that's what I'm kind of aiming for to get better at. And Zeus, you were, getting so many attention this season, especially as one of the best rookies. So we have summer playoffs coming up, and also even finals and even worlds. So I hope I can, play comfortably on stage on one of the great stages. Let's move over to Owner. I want to ask you about the meta as well. So with this 12.14 patch, the objectives have become way more important. I'm so confident in the Smite fight, so I like this meta. And Owner, so you played Xin in Game 2, one of your favorite picks in the Spring Split. It has more than 80% win rates here in the LCK. So I didn't die with the Xin, and it was a pretty clean performance, so I'm happy with how I played. Owner, I heard your older sister is here. Did you know that? No, I had no idea. So I heard she's actually here at Low Park, sitting out there. We spot her on camera, and you were, playing with so much support for your family, not only the fans. Hi. That was the comment from Owner to her older sisters. Now let's hear from Faker. Game number 1, your Ari, got Vijayas, she got the books, she got the hat, so she was just carrying the entire game, but I was so surprised to find out that this was your first Ari play this split. So I think we got the perfect kind of situation to play Ari, or go for that build, and also sometimes, it just depends on the situation. Sometimes you don't get to play a specific champion because of the given kind of comp of our team and, of course, the opponents. And tell me about the first trick, Ari. I just wanted to get more money, so I took first strike. But game number 1, I wanted to unseal something, so I took the unsealed spellbook. So Faker had specific concepts for his RA play for 2 games today. So as we are heading into the playoffs, how do you look back the entire summer split? Well, our performance was not as good as we expected, but we've got time and we're gonna step up, so it's not a big deal. I hope we can keep working hard. And it was a bummer that we got so many 2-1 victories. But with this 2-0 win, I think this is gonna be a great sign for us to start off the playoffs. Now let's invite Guma. Game number 1, you guys let Zeri Yumi through and played Samira into it. It was not something we kind of prepared specifically, but looking at the first 3 picks of our side, we were just like, let's go for Samira. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing. Do you like that fan sign though? Well, I personally prefer Samira, but I like that photo too. It's pretty cute. Let's get back to Samira then. So Samira has actually been the talk of the town these days. We've been saying that she's a potential pick right now. So how do you rate this champion right now? Because we have so many actions and skirmishes, and she's really good at those fights, especially when both sides are playing dive comps. Samira can actually do a great job. This summer split was all about the bottom lane, which means, the bottom lane players are playing under huge pressure. How was the summers? I cannot really conclude this regular split in one sentence. I left a lot to be desired, to be honest, but the one who laughed the last laugh is a real winner, so I'm just waiting for the very last moment. Lastly, T1 support Carrier. T1 closed out the regular split with a win. How do you feel? Whenever we get to play against Damwon Kia, I always get super excited, and I'm so happy with this 2-0 win. And I'm just happy that we got the win of our last match in order to have this, full team interview in front of our fans. Well, Carrier, even though you played only Nautilus today, well, this summer split, you played 21 unique picks. Why are you so good at having deep champion pool? How is it possible to have such a big champion pool? And because we have so many patches throughout the split, so I always kind of try to come up with the best picks of every meta. What is the most important thing or point that you want to focus on heading into the second round of the playoffs? So we're going to play the same 12.14, so I think we have to focus on the objectives and also the laning phase. Faker, what is your mindset heading into the second round of playoffs? We will promise that we will come back with a stronger performance than the regular split, and we will make sure to showcase the best performance possible. And Guma just said, let's go Gangneung T1. And this will be the end of the interview from T1 players and back to the casters. Thank you.